The first thing I noticed was that none of the students blinked. Not when I cleared my throat, not when the bell screamed overhead, not even when I read the wrong name on the attendance sheet, and the boy in the back slowly lifted his head, smiling like I just called him back from the dead. That should have been my cue to leave. I took the substitute teaching job because it was easy money. One day, one classroom, a quiet high school on the edge of town that looked more abandoned than active, peeling paint, flickering hallway lights, and a silence so thick it swallowed the sound of my footsteps. The office secretary handed me the attendance sheet without looking up. "Room 214, she said flatly. "Do not deviate from the lesson plan." Her tone wasn't strict, it was afraid. Room 214 sat at the far end of the second floor, past classrooms that were dark despite being midday. The bell rang the moment I stepped inside, though no students had been there seconds before. Then, chairs scraped, desks filled. 30 teenagers sat staring at me, all facing forward, all perfectly still. I swallowed. "Good morning." They replied in unison. "Good morning, Mr. Carter." That wasn't my name. I checked the attendance sheet. Every student's name was already marked present, including one at the bottom written in red ink. Carter M. My heart began to pound. All right, let's begin. The lesson plan was only 1 page long. No subject, no exercises, just a sentence typed in bold. Read aloud, do not skip a name. When I started attendance anyway, my voice echoed too loudly. Each student answered here, without blinking, without breathing. When I reached the last name, Carter M., my mouth went dry. Carter? Every student slowly turned their heads toward the empty desk in the front row. The chair scraped back. Footsteps echoed across the floor, though nothing was there. Then something whispered directly behind my ear, cold and wet. Here. The lights flickered. The classroom door slammed shut. The students smiled wider than humanly possible, teeth stretching, eyes glassy and wrong. The red ink on the paper began to bleed. I ran. The hallways had changed, longer, narrower, doors replaced with blank walls. Every classroom I passed was filled with students staring silently at the door, waiting. The bells rang over and over, deafening, until I burst into the office. The secretary finally looked up. "Oh," she said calmly. "You read the name, didn't you?" I begged her to let me leave. She shook her head. "You were never the substitute. You were the replacement." The last thing I saw was the attendance sheet sliding across the desk toward me, my name written neatly in red at the bottom. The bell rang, and room 214 filled again.